Hey guys, we'll go ahead and get started. I know we might be having a couple other people jump in, but we'll go ahead and get started. Let me go ahead and share my screen. This is the hard part. See what happens. All right. Hopefully that is working. You should be able to see what's going on here now. So I am going to share a little bit about Google certification. I did get Google certified this past October. And so I just thought that what I would share is kind of my experience with it, how I went about it, and then walk you through the process and give you guys tips, I guess, on how to get started and what to do. I am so happy that I did it. So who's in? Who's going to join us? So we got to hear from Casey Bell this afternoon. They're at for the afternoon, right after lunch. She spoke. And if you go to her website, shakeuplearning.com, you will see her top 10 reasons for wanting to be a Google certified educator. And as you can see, like gaining confidence with digital tools, creating a paperless classroom, proving your skills. So lots of different reasons there. But my reason was just basically so that I could understand the tools better. We use them here at Taylor Mill every day, just with ourselves, with our students, with each other. It's just what we do. It's a part of who we are. So I wanted to know more about it, and I wanted to be able to integrate even more tools into my daily routine. Have loved today. I hope you guys have loved today as much as I have, because I have learned a whole lot more of things that I can be using to use tools on a daily basis. Google Keep, Elaine's shared a lot of different shortcuts. I can't wait to just go back and rewatch some of these as well to get even more ideas. I also wanted to be able to help other teachers, students be able to use the tools. I wanted to be able to speak about them in a way that made sense. So I wanted to keep working on it from that perspective. And then I wanted to be a model for other teachers. And I also wanted to join in. It was becoming quite the thing around here. It is quite the thing around here at Taylor Mill for people to become Google certified. So in October, I did take the test, and I am a level 1 Google certified educator. I'm going to be working on that level 2. That's going to be coming up here soon. So I did forget to say that if you guys have questions, go ahead and type them in the chat bar over there, and I will try and catch those as we go. If not, I'll definitely at the end have an opportunity for questions as we go. So one of the first things that I did was simply Googled Google certification for educators. That may seem simple, it may seem basic, but that is where I started. And once you do you Google it, you come up with this Google certified educator level 1, you get that page, and it just walks you through what you need to do. I have experienced this, and I've talked to several other people who've experienced it. People want to take the shortcut They don't want to go through all of the questions. They don't want to take and do the practice. It pays off. The practice pays off in the end. I use on a regular basis, I use Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides. I'm now an avid fan of Google Keep, but just my day does not always include YouTube other than maybe watching videos, but from the other standpoint of how to use it, such as we've used today with setting everything up through YouTube, that is not in my repertoire. So that was something that I needed to work on to get there. Google Hangouts, again, we're using those today, but that is not something I use on a regular basis. So I really needed to study that part of it as well and walk through the steps of it. Trying to think, Google Calendar and Gmail. I mean, I use Gmail for my personal account, but I don't do much more other than, sign up for when you're at Macy's or Dillard's or Target and get those emails on a regular basis. So I don't do a whole lot other things with my personal Gmail account, and the calendar would be the same way. So those are definitely things that are on the exam, and those are things that to study and to work through as you go through this. So you guys should have access to this, and all of these are linked. So once you click on, let me go back here a minute. When you click on this Google Certified Educator and you see get training, when you click on that, you'll come to this. And there are several units. Let's see if it's going to open up. Yes. All right. So there are several units there, and they're going to tell you what you're going to learn. They'll tell you products that you're going to cover, and then there will be questions. On the left, you can see all the different parts you'll go through, and there is a unit review. Don't skip the unit review. That is very helpful. Within each of these sections, there will be videos. It's going to make me log in, so I'm going to skip that. Let me get back to where we were. But there will be videos. There will be questioning. There's all kinds of different things that you can, that they are helping you get through this certification. Everything I do is going to ask me to log in. So I'm just going to keep going with this part. But the questions, well, I would like to show you the questions. We'll see if I can get logged in here quickly. What I'm afraid of is if I log into this, I might lose you guys on the Google side. So I'm going to wait. But there are the questions that they go through them. And if you miss the question, you just can go back through and re-answer. So it's one of those where you're actually learning from the test. But I highly recommend going through the training. This is just unit 1. There are several units through the whole certification process. So I highly recommend that you walk through those and work on that. It was very helpful to me to do that. So like I said, it would be practice. Practice would be a really big deal. Tiffany, I see your question about how long did it take for me to complete the certification. I actually started working on it in the spring of 2017, but I didn't work on it really diligently until in the fall. And I probably spent several days in the fall of just going through everything before I took the test. And then the night before I took the test, I spent a lot of time just re-looking through those trainings that I just showed you and those questions. So just to make sure that I felt comfortable with it. And again, in those areas that I didn't use as frequently. So in YouTube and in Google Hangouts and in, trying to think what are the other ones. Gmail and calendar. Those are the other ones. So I just took my time through those so that I would be ready and ready to go. When it came time for me to take the test, I took it at home. They tell you it takes 3 hours, and it took me pretty close to that entire 3 hours to be able to take it. The reason I took it at home is when you open up, I've been told by people, and I didn't experience this, but I've been told by people, when you open up Gmail and calendar, you can have problems sometimes when you're on some of the school networks. So I just, better safe than sorry, just took it at home on a Saturday morning. And like I said, it did take about 3 hours work through through the exam. I signed up the night before, and they tell you it could take up to 24 hours to get your information back that you need for logging in. And I had it probably within a couple hours. So I don't know if that was typical, if it was just a slow time, or if it really does take closer to 24 hours to be able to get it to you. But I got mine back rather quickly. And so then so I did that on a Friday night, and then on Saturday I logged in and was ready to take the test. Some of the tools that I have used as I've worked through Google and just learning more about Google would be these three on here. Control-Alt-Achieve is one of my favorites, as is this. This is Casey Bell's Shake Up Learning. And then, of course, we have Alice Keeler over here, who all have lots and lots of information about Google. If you have not been to Control-Alt-Achieve, it should be coming up. He has Eric Curtis, I believe, is a tech guy for his school district. And he has so much information on here. I've actually started following him on Twitter, and that seems to be the way that I get more information. He'll tweet something, and then I'll go back and click on it, and then it leads me, of course, to more and more learning and more things going on. But you can just you can click on here. He's got resources, and in his resources, they are broken down into the different Google resources. So Google Classroom, that is another part that was on the test that I felt comfortable with. They'll tell you as you go through all the different parts. But the ones that I really needed help with, like I said before, was YouTube. So he has different ways to include slides and your YouTube channel, screencasting, which Stella just did an incredible session on Screencastify. So if you didn't catch that, I would definitely go back and catch that. So lots of resources from his page. Google Sheets, Google Drives. I love Google Slides. Use those quite often. They give me more flexibility, kind of like when we used Publisher. So I can insert text box, I can insert pictures and things. So I really like Google Slides. But if that's not something you're used to, this would be a great place to get in, play around, take a look at different things that are on here. Let's see, what else on here? What other resources? Google Forms, just lots of ideas on here. So I would go to Control-Alt-Achieve on a regular basis. Even if I wasn't looking into Google certification, I would go there as well. This would be Shake Up Learning with Casey Bell, who did the talk right after lunch. And she has just, again, a plethora of resources to help you get started. And one thing Casey has that the others do not have is Casey has a bunch of courses. And I think Melody talked a bit about those right after lunch. But she does have a level 1, a level 2, and then a certified trainer class. If you're not comfortable enough going through and learning on your own, you would be able to go through this course. So I have this linked, I believe, in the next slide on the in the slideshow. So you would be able to go through there and get some more information from her. And she has a lot of experience. In fact, I don't know if you were following the chat this afternoon while she was talking. There were several people who stated, "Hey, I got my Google certification through after going to one of her academies." So she's worth it. It would be a good thing. And then Alice Keeler. Alice uses Google tools in so many different ways than I would have ever think about. Again, she's one that I follow on Twitter. Love seeing her information, but on how she would use Google Classroom. She has a couple books on that. She has resources and blogs, tutorials. Again, a plethora of information there for you as you're learning and working with it. I think the best thing to do with preparing for Google certification is to use it all the time. And that's why I would be heading to some of these sites in order to get a little more information on what I could do to understand how to use the tools. This page then, of course, is Casey's link to her Shake Up Learning and also her academy, which I talked a bit about. So all of that led me to becoming a Google certified educator. Yes, it made me happy. Yes, so it's like, yes, you get a Google certification, you get a Google certification. I really think anybody who is using Google on a regular basis, you have that opportunity. Just using not just Google, but the Google tools. Using those tools, you are right where you need to be in order to get that certification. I know here at Taylor Mills, several of the teachers did this last summer. One of the things that they did, I think they just probably spent several days going through the what Google offers. Back there to that page, to the technology, to the fundamentals of the training that they have. They went through that and then were able to take the test. So I would go ahead and just work hard on it this summer, knock it out, work with somebody, find a partner to work with you as well. So it's quick. I'm quick because I don't know. I want to know what questions you guys have. What do you want to know? What didn't I share that you guys want to know more about? Or is there somewhere I can help you go to find more answers to other questions? What can I do for you? You can go ahead and type them into the chat window. And if you haven't learned yet today, you have to log in to Google in order to do that. Lori, there's, I believe it's $10 to take the assessment. So it's all in the, let me go back to that first page. This part here under Get Practice. Did I not make this one a hot link? Yes, I did. There's a part right down here that it'll say register. And again, it's going to make me log in because I'm logged in as Kentucky Go Digital, but you would click on that and it is $10. What other questions? Anybody else? Ooh, congratulations, Tammy. She's having her first grandbaby. Yay! All right. If you all have any other questions or anything, feel free to contact me. I am Kim_Laughlin on Twitter, and my email is kim.laughlin@kenton.kyschools.us. So feel free to email me or message me on Twitter. I'd be happy to help you out. All of these links are in the PowerPoint, the slideshow. Woo, old school. The slideshow that is a link to the agenda, and it's all there for you. Yes, Nick, all of those I believe will be there after the session. But if you go right now and if you open it, if you've opened this slideshow, and then you can, once you've opened it, make a copy, and it'll make a copy into your drive, and then you would have it and it would have the links there. I would say that I probably, Lisa, how many hours did I invest? I probably invested, oh gosh, well, it's hard to say because I did it in so many little chunks here and there, but each time I sat down, I probably put in at least 2 hours. So I probably put in about 6 to 8 hours before I actually took the assessment, at least. Like I said, I use them every day. So those were, that's probably the biggest learning tool, is just to use them every day. Good questions, guys. Checking to see if I missed any others. Good luck on the praxis tomorrow, Nicole. All right. Good. All right, guys. Well, if there's no other questions, I'm going to go ahead and log off. And feel free, like I said, to message me on Twitter, Kim_Laughlin. And that's laugh with LIN on the end of it, or kim.laughlin@kenton.kyschools.us. Thanks, guys, and enjoy. I hope you've enjoyed the Kentucky Go Digital. It's been a pretty amazing day, I think. So anyway, you guys take care.